What's going on, Washington Commanders Nation? On this Thursday, I'll be previewing the Philadelphia Eagles against the Washington Commanders. Excited for the game, man. It seemed like it during the week. I was like, when is the game? It feels like it should already be here. It's a short week. I said that on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then now that it's here, I'm like, man, that was quick. But really looking forward to this game. It's a game that Philly's favored by 4 points in now. I see they adjusted the line from 3.5 to 4 because I heard that most bettors have been picking the Eagles to win this game, and Washington is banged up coming into this game. They got a lot of injuries going on. Philly already had their bye week. And I think the main thing, though, like Brian Robinson being back for this week, it's going to be great for the Commanders. Y'all have seen, like, what the team looks like in our losses without him. Against the Ravens, against the Steelers, just can't get the run game going. Last week against the Steelers, only had 60 yards rushing. 60 yards rushing on a team with Jaden Daniels. That's hard to even imagine, really. But credit the Steelers. They did a good job on a defense last week. Washington had a lot of, they had some open receivers. They just had some missed opportunities, some missed throws, and a whole lot of drops. But we put that behind us. We're not worried about that game. This video won't be very long because I've got some back pain going on. It's hard for me to even sit right now. But my keys to the game real quick. Number one on defense, Washington has got to contain Saquon Barkley. He's got 6 yards of carry so far this year. And in the last few games, Washington has really struggled being able to stop the run, especially in the first half. They gave up 129 to DeAndre Swift. And then last week against the Giants, before the Steeler game, we played the Giants. And first quarter, they just kept running the ball. I think they had 13 runs to 2 passes at one point. It was like a crazy ratio where everybody in the stadium, all the fans at home knew they were going to run the ball. In the first quarter, they kept running the ball on us. And they were getting first downs. And it was really frustrating. And then last week, a few days ago against the Steelers, first quarter, I felt like Najee Harris was getting more yards than I liked, and so was Jalen Warden. And they shorted up kind of in the second half. It's like the yards per carry and all that went down. But they've shown to be a weakness this year, especially with Jonathan Allen out. And say what you want about Chase Young. I mean, yeah, he was a bust, but he was good at stopping the run. And, this year, it has been our Achilles heel at times. We haven't given up huge runs very often, but teams are just able to move the ball running more than I would like. And Statline says that we're 28th in rush defense, so there you go right there, towards the back of the pack. So we need to contain Saquon. And then obviously we got a big problem going on in the secondary, and they have the best, I think, tandem in the NFL when it comes to receivers. I think Devontae Smith is the best number 2 receiver, on a team, the best second option. And I think A.J. Brown is top 5, definitely. And fans want St. Jude's bench. That's not going to happen. I'll just tell you right now. He's going to be matched up against A.J. Brown. He's the only guy we can put out there against A.J. Brown. Some people want Mikey Sanders still out there. Mikey Sanders still is playing great, but the height disparity when it comes to that, just the size disparity, I don't know. I don't see the coaches doing that. I mean, that's just a jump ball, waiting to happen. And he's played great, but you can't put him up against A.J. Brown right now, I mean, he's just asking to get mossed if that happens. And so I think you got to double AJ Brown with St. Juice over there on the island. You got to double him, not every play, but you got to mix it up in this defense. You got to make Jalen Hurts feel uncomfortable out there. Don't be predictable on defense. They're not going to run a lot of man coverage. I'll tell you that right now. Even though we want to run man coverage on defense, we're not going to do that because it just doesn't make sense. We're outmatched when it comes to that. Our secondary versus their wide receivers, that's not going to happen. You're going to see a whole lot of zone defense in this game, and I'm hoping you're going to see a lot of blitzing from our defense because, you need to rush Jalen Hurts in kind of a contained way. Like you don't want to go all Chase Young and run 10 yards past the quarterback. But you have to rush discipline. But when you do that, it does take away from your pass rush a little bit. You're not going to get there as fast, but you're going to play more safe. You're not going to allow him to get outside the pocket and rush the ball. So because of that, I don't know. I don't think you can win the game rushing 4 all the time. You're going to have to send some zone blitzes in there from angles that you're going to have to make him unsure about where to look, where's the blitz coming. You're going to have to keep him on his feet. And if we do that, then Jalen Hurts has shown a tendency to turn the ball over when he's pressured, or like when you can get home on a sack and he's not expecting it. He's a prime candidate for a strip sack. I mean, honestly, if you put pressure on that boy, he will turn the damn ball over. And so, defensively, that's our plan. Offensively, we do need to get the run game going. It might be a challenge. I mean, they do have a pretty good D-line when it comes to that. I think we can still run it on them. And I feel like their secondary is they're feeling themselves right now, but I don't feel like they've gone against, like, very good competition. They haven't gone against, like, a great quarterback and a great wide receiver outside of the Bengals, and Jamar Chase did have a touchdown in that game against the Eagles. So I look for Terry to have a pretty good game. I'm seeing a whole lot of stuff on X right now about how Kenyon Mitchell, he's able to like keep these receivers under like a certain amount of yards, and it's like barely anything. And but I see Terry's going to get at least 50 yards. Shoot, I still think he can get 100 yards against them. They're over here talking like the last several like wide receivers he's gone against. Kenyon Mitchell, they've been held to like 40 yards to under. That ain't gonna happen this game, man. I don't care how good their rookie cornerback is. He's going against Terry with a quarterback. There's gonna be plays out there, man. I think Luke McCaffrey's gonna have a good game. I really do, because it's been close so many times. Like he was like a foot from having a possible 97-yard touchdown reception. I mean, but Jaden was under a little bit of pressure in the end zone, turns into an incompletion. I think I'd like to see more Ben Sinnott, honestly, in this game. They've got him more as like a blocking tight end right now, and maybe it's not his time. Zach Ertz is going against his former team. I mean, maybe he has a big game against them, but I think we need, even though Zach Ertz has been a big upgrade over Logan Thomas, at that stage in Logan Thomas's career, I think we need more, playmaking ability, I guess, at the tight end spot. Not a guy that just catches the ball and that's it. It's the end of play, goes down, no more yak after the catch. I would like to see more Ben Sinnott out there. But all in all, my prediction for the game, I've thought all year kind of that we were probably going to split with Philly. And this game being in Philly and us being kind of like wrong place, wrong time right now, that's how I feel about Washington right now. It's like we're probably more banged up than we have been all year. And we're in their house, and we don't have Lattimore out there. We didn't have Lattimore for all those games, though. I mean, keep in mind, people, like, this team was what? We're 7-3. We were 7-2 without Lattimore, if you look at it like that. But we've been 10 games without the guy, and we have 7 wins. So, I mean, we've been good without him. Would we love to have him out there? Obviously, but we have to go with who we have. And I think this is going to be a great game. I could see a lot of points being scored, but sometimes these divisional battles will trick you, and we could have like a 17-13 game. You never know. But I think both offenses like should probably play well based on the matchups. And so my prediction, I don't know. I hadn't really thought about a score necessarily, but I'll say I'll say a weird score. I don't know why I picked this one, but I'll say 26-24. Eagles come away with the victory. They'll be feeling great about themselves. They'll be saying how Washington's a fraud like they have been, but it's not a must win like all these fans are saying. All these fans are saying, oh my God, is this a must win? And they're putting polls up on X, and it's like 75% of the people responding are saying this is a must win against Philly. I'm not quite sure y'all understand what the term must win means. I mean, maybe y'all go find out for yourselves. I'm not going to be the one to tell you what that means. Maybe y'all will figure it out. But this team, even if they lose this game, has a great shot to still win the division and an even better shot to still make the playoffs. I mean, have you seen our schedule the next 3 games? But anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. My back's really bothering me right now. I can't record any longer. But can't wait for the game. Excited for it. Would love to see a win. Would love to see us go 3-0 in the division. But let's just see what happens. Well, that's all I got for y'all today. Peace out.